Samastanku namaskar. Good evening, everybody who has joined this program, Unique Positive Personality Development Program, uh, organized by LISAS'IAS, and I am happy to welcome Mr. Uh, Nikhil Pavan Kalyan. Nikhil, are you online? I'm told that you are online. Are
Good
you
evening, sir.
able?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Yes. So for the uh, benefit of the uh, participants of this program, I would like to tell you that Mr. Nikhil Pavan Kalyan is the guest of the day and of this program for today. And we will be listening to him shortly about a particular aspect of uh, his own experience, which has contributed to the success. Uh, and he is a very eminent IAS officer, and his journey into IAS, that within uh, the constraints of the time, because he was holding on to an important job after getting a degree in engineering, and he was working full time in a job and managing the job, and then going through this arduous process of preparation for civil services that requires an effective time management. And this time management, that's why today's topic is time management as an effective strategy for success. And he is one such example where he will be explaining his uh, perspectives, his experiences, and we will be able to hear that. As I told you earlier, the basis of unique positive personality development program is a scientific theory called neuro-linguistic programming, which was put forward in 1970s by two eminent educationists of University of California, Richard Bandler and John Grinder. I have been telling you that Richard Bandler and John Grinder, when he put forward this theory of neuro-linguistic programming, he emphasized that our brain is going through a process of programming. Whatever thoughts are generated in that, whatever emotions get attached to that, based on that, our behavior also changes. And whatever behavior you see, behavior is the visible component of a personality. But below that, there is a thought process and emotions get attached to it. Now, neuro-linguistic programming says that if you change your process of thought and change the emotions attached to that, then there will be a change in your behavior, your personality gets changed. Now, the purpose of and the method by which such changes come is a method which is known as modeling, that some persons who have put different kind of perspectives leading to their success into practice, if they are brought before you as role model and you learn there from their experience, put that to practice, then things will start changing. Your thought process will change, your emotions will change, your behavior will change. Accordingly, your personality will be changing. And if you develop a positive personality, not only that would give you success in getting into a job, but also it will give you success afterwards. So, without going into further details, let us hear Mr. Nikhil Pavan Kalyan and how effectively he has managed his time while holding on to a job so that he could manage to get into IAS. That should be acting as an eye opener to the participants. And Nikhil, again, I welcome you. After your interview, we will be having some interaction with the participants. Hope you will have no problem in for the next half an hour to be with us. You are a busy person. Nikhil, you can be
Thank you
with
very much.
us.
Yeah, I'll be here. No problem. I'll be
Okay.
happy to help. Thank you so much.
So let us hear the interview which I had with Nikhil and uh, and the students or the participants who have joined. They can form their question and ask after the interview is over. So let us hear Mr. Nikhil Pavan Kalyan. Nikhil, welcome to LISAS'IAS for joining this unique positive personality development program.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
You will be happy to know that we are organizing this program primarily to drive home to the minds of the participants that a positive personality is a necessity for achieving success in personal and professional life. And you happen to be one of the positive personalities whom I have interacted, and
Thank you, sir.
that's why to come here as an example of such positive personality is a matter of great happiness for me.
Thank you.
You are known as an IAS officer who is right now heading the census operations under Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. But more than that, your background, your upbringing from the school days, the place where you studied, these are the things probably not known to many people in the state as well as to the participants who are viewing you or viewing your interaction with me. So would you like to just let them know who is Nikhil Pavan Kalyan and how is that you have come to Odisha?
Yeah, sure. Sir, I'll give a small background on how I landed here. So I come from Andhra Pradesh and from a small town called Machilipatnam, and my parents, my father is a retired lecturer, retired principal, in fact, from Hindu College Machilipatnam, and my mother is a housewife, and definitely like any other son or a student, most of my upbringing goes, the credit entirely goes to my parents. I am what I am today because of them, for sure. Most of their attitude, most of their thought process, most of the kindness that they show to people is what I try to emulate on a day-to-day basis, even personally as well as in the job. Most of my schooling also happened in the same town, sir, Machilipatnam, and then we have a concept of residential college system in Andhra. At least it was a very big setup system during my times, even now. So +1 and +2, I studied in a college called Gautam Junior College in Vijayawada. So entirely residential. It used to be a full-flown stuff, banging every day with lots of studies and the coaching entirely is to crack the exam, nothing more than that.
Which exam? Which exam you mean?
The kind of we have an exam called MSET, which is essentially an entrance test for the engineering, +1 and +2. So whether
before +1, +2, like you had 10 years of schooling.
Correct.
That was under which board did you appear the exam?
The board is CBSE. Ours is again a very, very small school, and we have hardly 8 to 15 students in our class. So there is a kind of a huge bonding among our own classmates. We used to help each other, not just for the exams, for day-to-day also. All 10 of us have studied like one student. The teachers were very close. So there has always been a kind of camaraderie, not only with the students.
And the medium of teaching was English?
English.
Okay.
Medium of teaching was English. The camaraderie with the teachers is what I would rather stress a lot, because they have shown us what we can really do well, where we can do well, where we can't do well. I still remember, teachers hitting us when we bunk the classes and go for cricket or something. At the same time, they have also given us their viewpoint of the world, because parents have always been helping us in pushing the day-to-day thing, but teachers are the one who has actually shown the world. This has really happened to us. I still remember one teacher who is no more today, but many of my classmates have their thought process really inspired from her. She has not really taught anything out of the world, the basic things and the basic social, the basic morals, the basic ethics and integrity that possibly would have not been happening to me if it is not for her and the other rest of the teachers. And maybe those are the ones which are really helping me today as well.
How good you were as a student in the school?
As I was saying, we have only very small number of students. We are like 8 to 15. I have been doing pretty well. Mainly what we used to focus is, since the school is not giving us much competition, all of us used to try to do out of the school competitions. We used to go for exams like NTSC, National Talent Search Examinations. Wherever there is a competition with regards to co-curricular activities, we used to participate. So in a way, I would say the schooling has been more of education beyond the classes and the small maths and science that we used to learn. Even though it's a very small town, it has given us some kind of future outlook, at least prepared us to see what's going to come next.
And at the school education also led you to prepare for the engineering entrance which you appeared.
To be very frank, all of us, especially me, we are not that much world aware, I would say, at that point. We are like kids. We have never seen anything beyond the hometown. So we never had broad dreams. Okay, I have to become something like this. Whatever I tried was replicated from my brothers who have done very well, or somebody in the town who have done very well. Acha, ए लोग भलो करचंत तो तांको बढ़िया हेबा कथा. So those kind of aspects only have driven us. So even the selection of MPC, which is the maths for +1 and +2, we have either biology or maths. So if you take maths, you only go to engineering. Was selected purely because of others who have done well in the engineering. So I took +1 and +2. Then it was all exam mode ki crack karna hi hai. So yeah, we never had that kind of world outlook. We have no idea. +1 and +2 happened just because we were studying. Otherwise, I don't even know which college to go, what to do. Engineering में कौन करिबार अछि.
Engineering पढ़िबा ପାଇଁ तुमको parents माने कौन गाइड करूथिले जे नाइ इंजीनियरिंग ही पढ़िबार अछि?
No. So my parents actually have said, I know, like any other family, I would say they want us to do good. But my parents also never have any particular thing I have to do only this one or that. They were happy when I was going towards the engineering angle. In fact, my brother went into the other side, the doctor side. So they were very supportive at every step. And then they said, if you think you can do well in engineering, take +1, take MPC in the +1 and +2 college. And if at all we get into good engineering, that's all. So everything was step by step. Nothing was planned as such, but at every step, there was always this definite push forward to do well in the exam.
And in which subject you did your engineering?
So yeah, that was again another story. So the moment I got into the entrance, so again, same question. We never had any idea which college to select and what faculty to take. So we went to the counseling. I still remember very, very clearly. I said, I just want to take what is everybody else is taking, something like that. So the counselor said, take electronics, which is doing good. So I actually, in fact, landed up taking electronics and communications engineering. Very, very poor idea in terms of there's nobody to actually help us guide the way we have people now helping, even thanks to you for such kind of programs. Look, at least people will know what kind of things to think about and know about. That time we never. So
you studied engineering, which subject?
Electronics and communication.
Electronics and communication. And where did you study that?
Malviya National Institute of Technology, Jaipur, Rajasthan.
Rajasthan. You went all the way from Andhra Pradesh to Rajasthan and studied. How many years you studied engineering?
4 years.
So 4 years of engineering. Generally, people doing an engineering course, they go abroad or they do MTech, or how is that? What happened to you?
So my passing out years, my college years were 2001 and I passed out in 2005. So 2003 to 8 was essentially this IT boom was happening in the country. So we again, college was a cultural shock. Going to Rajasthan from a small hometown was not easy for me and most of my classmates again in engineering. We struggled a lot. So we again never had any idea. Okay, we crossed a step, we wrote an exam, we cleared it, and we came and landed up in an engineering faculty. But we don't know what to do next. But thanks to the boom, all of us, we are around 440 people in our engineering batch, 2001 batch. All of us has got campus selected in any, some one or the other IT companies. So they just came, they picked up everybody who is there. That is where the college's reputation makes a lot of difference.
And you joined some IT company?
Yes, I joined TCS.
So how is that you landed up in IAS?
So never had any idea. Again, as I said, even in engineering, what I'm going to do, I just went with it. It was very tough. It was very tough to even think maybe 6 months or 1 year beyond into the future. So I joined TCS, and then I shifted to the location where I was posted. There, when I started working on the computer, the 1.5 years I was working, then slowly it started coming to me, is this what I'm going to do for the next 40 years till I retire? Am I going to sit in front of a box which has binaries and greens, and this is what is going to define my life? So then I took a conscious decision to take 1.5 years, start thinking what I have been not doing for the last 20 years. I was 20, 21 maybe that time. I took an year, understand what I want to do, what I should do, what I am strong at. And slowly, and I realized if I have to go and do something beyond what I am currently doing, because I had a good job, then I have started thinking about preparing for the exam.
So I learned a phrase from you, binary and greens. That's what you mean to computer.
Yes.
So you thought that, do you think an aversion for a computer-based life
No.
that propelled you to come to civil service or something else?
No, it was not aversion. In fact, I still like my job. It is one of the highest paying jobs even today. Comparatively, in the job profiles and the remunerations we get are phenomenally different. So I do love my job, but what I realized was there is something, a kind of a inner feeling that I still have little more potential. A 6 to 7 hour job might not be sufficient for me, and I thought I can still contribute a little bit more back to the society. I won't say really big things like I want to give it back, entire my life, sacrifice it to the society, but yes, there is a definite pinch of contribution that I wanted to give it back. I always think, if everybody says government or any other system doesn't do well, why can't we go and sort of rectify it or repair it? So those kind of thoughts also have been influencing me. Then
these are the idealistic thought. Correct. Which always propel these persons to come to public service. Definitely. So once you decided that yes, I have got more potential.
Correct.
How did you start your journey? Because you are doing a full-time job.
Oh yes. So
how did you basically, the participants, they would like to know, how did you divide your time between your work and your preparation for civil service?
So when I decided to write the civils, I realized the first step is the exam. So there is a lot of effort that we need to put in the exam. So slowly when I started looking into the exam, I thought, let me see what the exam really wants and what it expects from the aspirants. I realized it's a humongous setup. It's like a mountain that will never end. Then the major, hitting point, suddenly the flash in the mind is how much in the number of hours we study is not going to be sufficient. There is no rule that you study for 10 hours and you get a rank 10, and then you study for 11 hours and then you get rank 11. I realized the number of hours, the number of books we cover, the number of exams we write are not going to really convert into the actual the results. What I wanted to have is a really smart way of preparation, where even though I have a job and I have a very small set of small time frame that I get to myself, I wanted to maximize it. Again, I'm talking of 2010s and 2007 to 12 is my preparation period. Internet is still, at a very initial phases in the country. We don't have smartphones. I still remember I used to have a very small non-smartphone. Even mobile phones are very early for students that time. So I have utilized my office's resources. I try to use internet as much as possible that time, and try to really organize and plan my preparation. I would really say 90% of my preparation was planning. Because I had no time with me.
Very, very nicely you have said that you planned to prepare it in a smart way, which means that maximizing the time available with you,
correct.
And making some use of the office resources to get the material. What was your optional subject?
That time we have two optionals.
Two
Again,
optionals, right?
The exam was changing as I am writing also. So first time there was prelims, which was not, there was no CSAT. So I had public administration for prelims also. Then for mains I had public administration and anthropology. The last time I wrote the exam there was CSAT. So the exam was changing while I was preparing as well. But anyways, yeah, public administration and anthropology were my
and the chance, which chance you qualified?
I took 3 attempts.
3 attempts, and in the third chance you qualified for IAS.
Yes.
And in the third chance, what were your optional subject?
So I had to take only one, so I took public administration. For the prelims, for the mains, I took public administration and anthropology.
And
I didn't change the options.
And how did you were an engineering student, how
Yes.
is that you prepared PubAd and Anthro and could do well in both?
So I have, so when I said I have to taken conscious decision to come into the services, I took 1.5 years to think. What I thought was, it's not just about writing the exam and clearing the services, coming into the services. I had this feeling I have to do well in the service as well, not just clearing the exam. So I thought, because I was already in the job, I knew what a job can offer, what a job life can look like. So I wanted to do well in my job. So I thought taking social subjects would help me do well in the job. Okay, it will help me definitely in clearing the exam. Maybe some other subjects might be better off, definitely. But I thought I should do both sides. I should not be taking the optional at the cost of my job after, if at all, I clear the exam. And
But were you good in writing PubAd and
No.
Anthro?
No.
And how did you prepare your general studies, which required a lot of writing?
Yes. So when it comes to preparation, again, as such, we should know our strengths and weaknesses. For example, if I pose a question to myself, how much, what is my speed of my writing? If I have to write a simple 3-4 paragraphs on a subject which is extremely known to me. So suppose we don't know anything better than ourselves for us. So if I start putting words on paper with a pen about myself, what is the speed with which I can write? Can I write a 1500 word essay in, like, say, 1.5 hours? So understanding what is your strength. So if I know that I can study history faster than, suppose, say, anthropology, if I know that I can pick up political science better than economics, first I should know that. Then I did that exercise, and I got to know that which one I can do faster. So I took my time. Okay, I need more time for history, so, or whichever, economics. I spent a lot of time there. I spent less time for where I can pick it up faster. So anthropology, PubAd, everything I had to start from scratch. I had to understand if I can write well. I had to practice every day. During the preparation, I have to either practice mock multiple choice questions, or I should write answers. I made a point, I will write answers every day.
How many hours you could manage to study?
6 to 7 hours maximum per day, but weekends full time. Weekend, so because again it's a job based preparation.
Were you preparing on your own, or you are part of a
I was preparing on my own. No, I was not a part of the group. I have 1 or 2 friends who really helped, and we used to contribute together for our combined studies. But beyond that, because of my job constraints, I never had any chance to go into any proper coaching initially, I would say. And I did all self-study. whenever I get time from the office hours. But
And-
later, when the exam comes nearer, I did take coaching to brush up my
You
edges.
see, how much of writing practice you used to do?
I think if I talk only about the preparation in terms of reading something and writing, I think 60% is writing.
60%
These
time you
questions.
were. This is a very good point which you are making, and the participants should make note of it. In fact, we would always suggest that lot of time should be spent on writing.
Right.
Probably because of that only you
Yes.
could crack.
So preparation is one thing. Converting that preparations into an answer is what makes maybe all the difference also. So if you read something in polity, you have to be able to answer a multiple choice question, right? Unless you try that, it's almost like in games, you practice net sessions kiya hai, you have done. Unless you play a game, you don't know. So you write mock exams, answer multiple choice questions, come to mains exam, write answers, take a question and write an answer, and continuously write, and then you will know, okay, I need more things to write, then I'll go back and study. So it used to be a feedback mechanism where I read and then immediately take majority of my time in converting that preparation into answers.
Excellent point that is raised by you, that one has to devote time for writing. But how did you prepare for your Viva, boss? Did you have to?
So yeah, Viva had been a tough thing. I had taken mock, so I took 3 attempts. So all the 3 times I went to the interview phase. First attempt I cleared mains and prelims. Second also, third also. So there has been a gap for the first 2 times when I couldn't really do very well, at least to clear the exam. I realized there was something I was missing, and I took a lot of mock interviews. Mock interviews are a must. We don't know when we speak and what to speak.
And when in retrospect, when you look at your preparation and your ultimate success, like, can you figure out 2, 3, 4 things which have really contributed to your success?
During the preparation?
Yeah.
So during the preparation, what I felt is, depending on our individual circumstances, we should be at peace with ourselves. Why I am saying that is, some of the aspirants would don't go into jobs only because they don't get time, but the cost that they are going to bear is the financial non-peacefulness. So I had financial peace, because I am earning myself. I am not dependent on anybody. That mindset of peace is equivalent to 10 more hours of study. So this is something which I was able to realize, that if you are very focused, I mean, we always say be focused while you are preparing. Focus comes when your mind is alert. So you get mind alertness and focus, either you do yoga, you do good workout, you be financially independent, or if you have a different way of relaxing yourselves. It is individual, but the moment your mind is at peace while preparing, I mean, without taking unnecessary pressure, overburdening ourselves with the exams pressure. I would say, don't overburden yourself with the exam pressure. You should be burdened with the pressure of the job that's going to come. That's a later point. But if that is there, I think that is one thing I learnt in the 4 or 5 years of my own preparation. After a few years, 2-3 years ke baad, my preparation was never a burden. I really enjoyed it. Even after clearing the exam, it felt like, okay, I can still prepare for a year more had I not been clearing the exam, because it was no more a pressure that time. It was fun. It was very relaxing. And whatever time I used to get has to be extremely efficiently utilized. So that is the biggest learning I would
So 2
say.
big things which come from your say this discussion, Nikhil. One is that being at peace with yourself and while preparing, and the second thing, an efficient management of time. And these are the 2 key things which I learned from our discussion, which have really contributed to your success, and a smart way of conducting yourself. So along with the job, you could achieve success. So thanks a lot, Nikhil, for giving these tips, and which I think will immensely benefit the participants of this unique positive personality development program of LISAS'IAS. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Welcome back. Nikhil is still online, and despite his busy schedule, I welcome you, Nikhil, again.
Thank you,
And
sir.
now the participants, Mr. Nikhil Pavan Kalyan is there online. Can they see you? See
Yeah,
you
yeah.
on a video mode? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he is very much there. So the participants, you feel free to ask some questions, get your doubts clarified, because he is a real life example of a positive personality I have seen. He never says me. That is one USP, and he has told you. And there are some hands are being raised. Who is the first person to ask? Barnali, you can ask in Odia, you can ask in English. He is conversant with both the languages. Any language is good enough. But be brief in your questions. Yes, Barnali, you are the first one to raise hand. Then Aisa is there. Please ask Barnali. Barnali, Shuniparucha, Ochara.
Again, sir, namaskar.
Namaste. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Sir, I was asking that I am also doing a job, 9 to
Okay.
5, and I am
Okay.
also teaching some students doing tuition,
Very good. Very good.
and I have to manage time for my studies. So sometimes I think that maybe I am wasting times on my jobs and doing tuition to other students, but does I'm doing it right or anything wrong?
I think you should ask a different question. Don't link preparation with the job. Are you satisfied with the preparation that you are doing? Are you learning something new every day? Were you able to put some goals and targets for your preparation yourselves? Were you able to achieve them? And if you are not achieving them, is it that the job and the teaching that you are doing is the reason for the, are they hampering, or are they the reason for your non-achievement of the goals? Don't look at it in terms of only good and bad. As long as you are able to manage both of them, it is absolutely fine. If you think you are not able to manage, not just thinking, if you also know that you are not able to manage, then you have to take a decision. But just because you are doing a job or doing something else does not mean it is bad for the preparation. So yeah, you have to ask this question yourself, and you should answer it yourselves. Yes, my so and so works are troubling me. I am very sure, because I am not able to achieve my goals because of these things. If you are able to achieve your goals with or without the job, then you should continue. If you are not able to achieve your goals of preparation with or without the extra works you are doing, then those might not be the reasons for your decisions to make. Is it clear for you?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. All the best.
Aisa, next. Next,
Good
Aisa.
evening, sir. Good
Good
evening,
evening.
sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I have a couple of questions for you.
Mhm.
One of them is that what are some common misconceptions that people have about the census? And the second is that in a place like India, which has a demographic dividend, from your perspective, what demographic trends should we be paying more attention to?
Misconceptions are generally in the rural areas. People, whatever surveys, essentially it's a questionnaire-based survey that the census does. They try to assume that whatever information they give will be for a reason, or like for some benefits or some Aadhaar card kind of stuff. So they try to think everything the information that they give will be for some benefit that they will probably get at a future point of time, which is not so. Census is essentially a primary data collection concept, irrespective of any benefits that the government might provide. So it is the single largest house to house primary data collection activity that the country takes. So this is one misconception. So they keep, probably keep hiding the data. Somebody who has an LPG gas connection says, I don't have it, even though the enumerator who goes to their house can actually see it in front of them. Same with four-wheelers. They try to do, and then we have a responsibility to convince them to give the right and accurate data. Second is another misconception probably is the worry about the data privacy. In census, we only do the head count. We don't, suppose say you have a four-wheeler and then you are worried ki if I tell I have a four-wheeler and then I'll be stood out in my area where none of them have a four-wheeler. It's not the case. We never say you so and so has so and so amenities. We only say in a particular city there are 5,000 people, out of which 400 have a four-wheeler. Nobody knows who those 400 are, or nobody knows what this person has. So that is another misconception. Data privacy is a big thing in census. The second question you are asking is regarding, can you come again? I think I carried out.
So, what are the demographic trends that we
Oh,
should be
yes.
paying attention to?
Oh, yes, yes. Demographic trends are a very interesting thing. For the last 15 years, we have been dependent on the 2011 data. At that point of time, I'm giving you an interesting tidbit. It's not entirely correct or need not be proven to the facts. 2011, India's population is increasing. We have a hunch that the increase of population, the speed of increase with which it is increasing, is on a declining trend. So are we going to have a different kind of demographic profile? Are we going to go in the way Japan is going in terms of old age? That means we need more welfare measures for our old age people. So the demographic profile is a huge analytic agent that we should all be concerned about. That census should come up with the right demographic profiling. We still have a long way to go the way Japan has and other countries like Korea are happening, are going on. But the point is, the census can provide you the employment status, the seasonal employment status. It can provide you how many of us are actually going to higher studies, maybe PhDs. So this data has to be utilized. So profiling is one. The age, people in the youth 18 to 65 is second. But what are we going to do with this data? Are we going to come up with the right policies? Policies like Swachh Bharat has come up from census data. For example, once we get to know how many houses are there without latrines and paikhanas, we ended up coming up with Swachh Bharat. Same is with Narega, same is with housing schemes. So are we going to come up with the right kind of skill development schemes which can match with the profiling of demography that we are going to do? This is what I look at it as. Hope it answers.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Nikhil, for giving an insight into census, and because it takes care of a lot of clarification regarding the misconceptions. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone?
Thank you, sir.
Who else is the next one? Aishwarya Panda. Aishwarya, you have a question, or who else is there? Anyone else? Why the group is, so quiet? Yes, there is someone. Who else is there? Aisa, again, you are triggered. Okay, you ask your question.
Sir, may I ask another question?
Yeah, please.
So, sir, according to you, what are the ethical implications of collecting such intimate data about the citizens?
Yes, again, I would go with the legal way of answering. So the census information is being collected under the Census Act. So yeah, the statutory provision is there. The Constitution Union list has census as one of its subjects, in the list. So there is a definite provision that the Constitution provides. Yes, you can go ahead and do the census. And census is required for our policy planning. Data has to drive our policies. Data has to be there in each and every step that we know. Otherwise, we'll go wrong. So there is a statutory provision. The data privacy is what makes us uneasy about it. As I was trying to say, most of the data collection aspects, whether it is Aadhaar card, PAN card, if somebody is in a company, whether all the company details, everything is available to everybody. So half of our data is already with in the public. So we should not look at it as something which we should not do. Data privacy, we should be taken care. Whenever we don't want it to be given, it should not be given. For census, a person is going to give his consent. Yes, please take my data, and I hope it will be useful for the country. That is what is the consent we're going to take. So as long as consent is taken, we should be okay with it. We hope simple common sense prevails and the data is not manipulated or misused, which has never happened in the last 150 years of census. So, and this is the only primary collection of data. So we have to probably do it. And as I said, it's only a head count. and we are not providing any personal data to anyone else.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
we have
Yeah,
got
thank you.
Swati. Swati, please ask your question. Maybe a couple of other questions we can take maximum 5 minutes time.
Good
Okay.
evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Namaskar. Sir,
Namaste. Thank
I would like to ask that in the present scenario of public services, as you said that we should give back to the society something, that's why public service, you chose this as your profession after engineering and your good high paying job. So, sir, this is a remote question because I have heard from a lot of people that they try to bring a change, but sometimes it's practically impossible for them to implement it through the rigorous processes. Is it that true?
any process is tough, whether it is a job or a service, whether it is politics or it is a sports arena, anywhere. It doesn't come easy for any of us. So yes, it is tough. There are, we are working with the people. We have to plan for projects and policies which are going to impact and affect other people. So unless it is so tough, it will be very easy, and we might actually end up spoiling lives of millions of people. So the process is tough. It is frustrating. At times it is very, very sad. We also feel it. But that is the process we choose to go into. So when you are coming into the service, that's what I was trying to tell in the interview as well. When you are preparing, also don't only prepare for the exam and questions and answers. Prepare for the job, what it is expecting. Your job is not going to be easy. In the services, in the public service, the job is going to be very tough and you have to be ready for it. You cannot expect ki, no, I have got a lot of power, I can do anything. No, you are going into a job where there will be hundreds of problems and you are asked to solve those problems. We are here to resolve the issues. We are here to take decisions which might be tough, which is very hard to take, which is very hard to even understand. And that is where you are kept in a seat. You think, you understand, you get a lot of data, you believe in yourselves, you believe in others, you try to you try to pass on the challenges, cross the challenges. Some of them you will be able to cross, some of them you will not be able to cross. You win some battles, you will lose, but at some point you will win some of them, which is the reason why we are here. You cannot expect magics, you cannot expect wonders, and then so nobody is Superman here. Incremental change, incremental improvement is what we expect. If I can do one good thing in one day, it is very good. Two good things after 2 days, very good. You can always change incrementally. 750 districts are there. If I talk about collectors, 750 collectors, everybody incrementing one good thing is 750 good works per day, which is phenomenally exceptional for a huge country like ours. You think about this. I always keep this mantra for myself. A good man who doesn't want to be a part of a government is going to be under the governance of a bad man. So you want a governance which you want to be a part, and you decide whether you want to be a good part of it or a bad man going to rule it. So I decided the other way. I went inside. I felt I am a good person. I have good intentions. I'll give it back to the society, and then I'll try to fight. 100 times I'll fail. One time I might succeed, and that is good enough. I'll have a good sleep in the night, and I'll be satisfied I am able to do a good thing to the society. I hope it answers.
Thank you,
Absolutely
sir.
fantastic, fantastic. I must
Thank you.
say that so happy to hear these words from you. You may fail number of times, but once you succeed, that success counts. I take the last question. That is one Smaradika. Smaradika, please ask your question. That is the last question.
Namaskar, sir.
Thank you. Namaste.
Myself Smarnika Samil, and I'm from integrated. I'm doing course of integrated BA BEd in Regional Institute of Education, and actually, I choose this course because I want to be grounded with the children, so I can focus on the people too, as
Okay.
I have the means I have a very humanities background, and from the starting I thought of being in the IAS journey. And as you said, it's not we have to prepare not just for the exam but for the job you are going to serve for the nation. uh,
Yes.
so I so I just want to ask that what can be in this age of ours, what can be youth engagement towards the service of the nation, and how we can shift the focus from the enrollment ratios to the learning outcomes in rural government, because I had seen that students are not focused towards the learning process rather than on the midday meal schemes and having the foods and enrollment,
No,
which is including an enrollment ratio.
I understand. I mean, it's a very, very tough question. If I knew the answer, I would have changed it by now. The entire country would have been nicer. I also had hidden trails. I tried to do bring lot of good things, and then some of them, as I said, were successful. Some of them not. Anyway, point was education is a very, very personal thing, right? Like any other thing, nobody can teach you morals, integrity beyond a certain point. What we miss out is education is also similar. A person can can read and learn, so he has to be sent somewhere schools, so enrollment ratios has to be there. As you correctly said, it is not the end point. After that, it is the responsibility of everybody, the schooling system, the teachers, the community, the parents, everybody has to come together. It's a huge amount of human effort, and not every time it is successful. That's why we only get few people from across everywhere, not everybody in big numbers. Everybody has to push, the person has to read, because he has now a setup which is systemically might not be the perfect one, but it works. So you go and strive, and then you start studying, and then you go through a system of exams and an education system which probably should give you opportunities to help your economy, to help your family, and to do well in your life. So there are gaps at each and every step. So if we try to improve on one step, the other gets lost in our priorities, and then we end up having good students coming out of schools, but they don't have anything else to do after that. Then we try to repair the skilling system. Then the skilling is done well, so but there are nobody coming from the schooling system to actually take the skills. There is a gap between the skills we have and the industry. So everywhere across the step there are gaps, there is no doubt about it. We keep on trying it. Every person has to continuously get pushed. He has to push himself, or somebody has to push him to not only take care of themselves and their family, but to actually do well. It's not an easy task. As a systemic level, what we have to do is having better incremental improvements in our education systems, and then immediately after the education, there has to be a direct continuous, without a gap, continuous link to skill development, so that people can actually know the skills that are required in the outside world for the jobs. Every job is a skill. An Uber driver has a skill which has to be learnt. It might not be tough to learn, but it has to be learnt. A Zomato delivery person has a skill to learn. It is again not tough, but that has nothing to do with the education. So there is a gap. Every person, if we understand the expectations of the outside world and then try to join up with the education system, probably there is some better ways. We have so if you take case of Odisha, we have less and less engineering colleges. Suddenly there is a big number of medical colleges, so you will see a lot of doctors coming out in the next 4 or 5 years, but at the same time you are going to see the reduction in the engineering student. So there has to be continuous exercises where you again push up. There used to be good number of engineering students. ITA used to come out, again the numbers are coming down. There used to be very, currently the skill development is doing very good, so people from unorganized education sector are able to get through well. So something goes up, something goes down. We have to keep trying and push maximum number of people in all the sectors, and hopefully at one point we have a very strong education system across the country. That's all I can say.
Excellent deliberation. I mean, I
Thank
would have
you.
loved to, Smaranika, I would have loved this discussion to continue, but we have a time constraint. But one good thing is that we are going to have another session with Mr. Nikhil Pavan Kalyan, and whose wide experience is going to enlighten all of us. And thank you, Nikhil. Thank you for being with us and give such valuable insight. And
Thank you.
for the benefit of the participants, I would like to tell that we are going for a little restructuring of this unique positive personality development program, for which next 2 Fridays we may not stick to the timeline. So you please watch out your communications to know when we are going to hold it, and how we are going to interact. But a lot of things will be available to you on social media, small snippets, which will give us the insight, and we shall learn it. But our endeavor to make you positive personality to bring success, that will continue. And thanks again, Nikhil, for giving such valuable insight and spending time with us. And
Thank you, sir.
for all the participants, I will say, let us try to be positive as much as we can. And as Nikhil has pointed out, try for incremental improvement. I take it this is a very key word, incremental. Small goal, but achievable goal, and trying to achieve it in a smart way. Let us try to do it. Please watch out the social media and watch out the notifications that we'll be sending to you on this program. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. All the very best to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
sir.
all of you.